We are in section 1, key concepts of continual improvement. Of the 20 questions, 5 will be from this section in the exam. All these questions will be at Bloom's level 2, meaning they would be at an understanding level and not at the application level. The syllabus for the exam is to know the purpose of the practice and to describe the practice success factors and key metrics based on those practice success factors, and also to understand some of the key terms and concepts, namely improvement, vision, business as usual, and the improvement register. These concepts. Every practice has a purpose, and every practice has somewhere between 2 to 4 or 5 practice success factors, and there are metrics associated with each of those practice success factors. Of course, every organization can define their own metrics based on the value streams they are operating with, rather than just using the ITIL guided metrics. So let us look into the key concepts of this practice, beginning with the purpose. The purpose of the continual improvement practice is to align the organization's practices and services with changing business needs through the ongoing improvement of products, services, practices, or any element involved in the management of products and services. There are some key words here. For example, alignment of the organization's practices and services. And that alignment needs to be with the changing business needs. And that is done through the ongoing improvement. An improvement can be to any dimension of service management or anything within the service value system. And we also see here the practice enables service providers to maintain and increase the value generated by their service value system. In fact, the moment a service provider adopts a practice to formalize, encourage, and manage improvement as part of its regular activities, it has already embarked on continual improvement. And we have seen that this practice enables service providers to adapt to changing business needs, maintain and increase the value generated by their service value system. And it is therefore essential that the service providers adapt to changing circumstances within their market, within the competition, and to improve their overall capabilities to deliver and manage services efficiently. Because if they do not do this, it will lead to a reduction in the value of the services they are delivering. Therefore, this practice is a fundamental aspect of service management and the wider organization. There are several benefits for the service provider as well for the consumer as well. Let's look at the ones for the service providers first. Enhanced product and service quality, reliability, and responsiveness. Increased customer satisfaction and loyalty. Competitive advantage. Increased efficiency and productivity. Optimization of utilized resources and cost savings. Organizational culture of engagement, empowerment, innovation. Data-driven decision making. There are some organizations or providers who are having a culture of continual improvement and they will reap these benefits. On the other hand, those who are always in status quo and do not try to align their working methods or their service management with changing business needs will suffer. For the service consumer, they obtain increased co-creation of business value. Note the word business, which usually comes on the consumer side rather than on the provider side. They also have enhanced service quality that drives improved outcomes and experiences. It is the consumer who usually focuses on the outcomes, even though the provider will also plan for their own outcomes to be achieved as well. The consumer benefits with service innovation, customization, and evolution. And they can also provide feedback and therefore benefit from the feedback loops and the improvement cycles of the products and services. And there is clear and transparent communication channels with the service provider due to the improvements from the service provider and the feedback from the consumer. This practice also helps with respect to proactive risk management because aligning to changing business needs to changing consumer needs means the risks are taken into account for the improvements. And last but not the least, ability to influence service development, meaning the consumer can always provide feedback to provide suggestions and advice on what could be improved by the provider. There are some key terms coming up here, and the first one is improvement, and improvement is a deliberately introduced change that results in increased value for one or more stakeholders. It would be good to look at some examples of this. In my experience, I've come across improvements such as consolidating various operational smaller teams and making together as a single team to save some cost, though the main intention is to improve the service and maybe offer better jobs to the staff that have been moved out of the existing teams. For example, if I had 4 teams of 5 members each, and rather than having a total of 20, we could probably have about 16 members, and then that will save 4 headcount, and those 4 people maybe put in better jobs if they would like to move up the career. And lots of other options are available as well for the people. It is essential that the people are not sidelined just for the sake of cost cutting or other improvements. Other improvement ideas could be implementation of automation technology or improving customer satisfaction, improving skills, acquiring a third-party company for more competitiveness, process improvement for example, incident management improvement, or appointing an intermediate supplier like a service integrator who can handle multiple other suppliers. So as you can see, the definition of improvement is a deliberately introduced change that results in increased value for one or more stakeholders, which means it is not a reactive improvement. For example, there is a customer complaint and trying to improve. That is not improvement. That is fixing the problem, isn't it? So we are looking at the improvement to align to changing business needs. Then we also have the next term, that is the vision. And you might be knowing this. It's a defined aspiration of what an organization would like to become in the future. All improvement initiatives need to cascade from the organization vision. Many successful companies in the world have benefited from having the right vision. For example, Amazon, their vision is to be the Earth's most customer-centric company and to build a place where people can come to find and discover anything they might want to buy online. They have stuck to the vision. So vision can be usually medium term, even short term in the digital era, or it can be a longer term as well. It is a destination that an organization is aiming to reach with commitment from their people and other stakeholders in their ecosystem. Another example I remember is IKEA. Their vision is to create a better everyday life for many people. As simple as that. But you can imagine the amount of effort that goes underneath it. As somebody, a small business owner who has a salon, they might have a vision somewhat like this, and that is to change the way people think about haircuts, an experience that will leave you glowing both inside and out. Look at the way they frame those vision statements to make it exciting for their internal staff mainly, though they can share the vision with their customers, but vision is morely an internal thing, which will motivate their staff of the organization to reach the vision.